It is not just that we are capable of so much more than what we present to the world. It's that we have put on a mask and we have told ourselves that we can't shine too bright. This is part of the game. This is part of how it goes when we're little and we have this calling. We know we got something special. We know we got something we got to do here. And then we have this idea of specialness. And so then we hide underneath this saying, oh, I'm not special. That can't be. But it is that each of us have our own specialness, and each of us have our own beautiful uniqueness. Just because you do not make the best blueberry muffins in the whole entire world, well, you know what? Somebody does. That's their specialness. And if they don't step into their specialness and claim it and say, you know what, I really got the best blueberry muffins in the whole world, then nobody's gonna know. If they don't open up the shop, if they don't use their talents, if they don't make the muffins, how is anyone ever going to enjoy what it is that they came here to do, to create, to make, to be a part of the system just for us? That puzzle piece will be missing, and we'll be thinking, you know, man, I could really go for the most delicious blueberry muffin, but I just can't find one. Because the person who is supposed to be standing in their queen role or standing in their king role has decided that they're just going to stay a knight, or that they're going to stay a lady's maid, because it's too scary to stand up there and to really put themselves out there and say, no, honestly, I make the best blueberry muffins you've ever tasted in your entire life, and I'm proud of that, and allow all the people to come and try the muffins. But this is what we've been doing. But it was systematically done because we needed to claim some type of power. We needed to claim some more type of self and to really solidify and stand in who it is that we are, so that we can do the thing that we are here to do. Now, what I noticed in the last several weeks was that all the people that were coming into my world were superheroes. It's like they're all coming online. They all got these amazing gifts. And all of us were going through the same kind of endings. All of us are going through the same kind of beginnings. And there's no happenstance. There's just no way that this is not serendipitous. I mean, it is all by grand design. And when you understand that you will be absolutely supported when you take your mask off, then all of a sudden the fear that was present there, that was telling you that you wouldn't be, that you're not going to find your people, you're going to be all alone. Oh, it's so lonely at the top. It's not lonely at the top, man. I'm telling you, that's where your people are at. Because when you stop masking yourself and stop giving your time and energy to energies that aren't valuing who it is that you truly are, then the ones that do align with you actually properly, they get to come into your life because they can see you now. You're not hiding anymore. And for some reason, many of us think that not standing in our power is doing somebody else some kind of favor. You know what I noticed? I was working a retreat here this last weekend, and the idea of queen really came up. Like a woman was, in ceremony, and she just starts saying, I'm the queen, and claiming it and feeling that power. And so this morning, as I'm, in my own ceremony doing my meditation, and this came through to me really powerfully. I feel myself fully in my queen energy. And so a woman that I was working with, not this particular woman, a different one from this weekend retreat, I was doing a session with her, and it was the same theme, and I was just feeling the power of being in the queen energy, of her standing and stepping into that queen energy. And it just feels like it is time. It is time. And there's none of us that get to escape this. You're not doing anybody any favors. You need to step into that king, step into that queen energy, because now is the time, and you must do it for all of us. We all have to do it. There's nobody that gets to do it, and these people over here don't get to do it because they're a queen and they're not a queen, or they're a king and they're not a king. No. We all of us are It's unity. This is harmony. We're all equal, and we all have to step so confidently into who it is that we are so we can do that thing we came here to do. Because you know you came here with a message of importance. You know that this is the only reason why you're here listening to this, because you know that. And this does not make you superior to anyone else. No, it makes you superior in what it is that you know, perhaps, in your role, because you're the only person who can play your role successfully, but you have a very specific role to play. And what that role is today, it might change tomorrow. It might be something completely different. It might be so contradictory in 5 years' time from now that you will think, what was I thinking? But it was all part of the process. It was all part of what builds up your confidence to get you into that king or queenship that you are meant to be standing in, so you can shine and so you can command your life and the world around you and create the heavenly existence that we are here to build. It is by lifting others up. It's not by having them under our thumb or saying, I'm in my queen, so I would prefer if you were to stay in your princess. Heck no, man. What kind of team is that? If I'm going in and I'm going to go do anything, do I want a bunch of princesses with me, or do I want a bunch of queens? You bet. I want the queen coming with me. I want all the queens coming with me, because it carries a commanding energy. And so holding yourself back from that when you know that that is what you are, that's not helpful to anyone. So I'm going to help you out by giving you permission right now to take off the mask and to step into your true power, into the powerful essence of who it is that you actually are. In fact, I'm going to command it. I'm going to demand it. If you're here listening to this and you're still listening to this, I'm going to demand that you step into that by the time that we're done here today. Because by not doing that, you're stopping the evolution of the world. And you don't want to do that. And by not doing that, you are unable to put your calling card out there fully, so that the people who've been looking for you, because you said it was now that you were going to step up and turn on so that they could find you, and they're all doing it. Your whole team, they're doing it now too. So it's time. And as you step into this leadership role, this does not make you superior, but you lived a life, man. You lived a life, you did. And you lived that life for a reason, for a purpose, so that you could be a teacher. This doesn't make you superior, it makes you a teacher. When I think of any of the teachers that I've had in my life, did I think that they were superior to me? Heck no. But they were a teacher, they played a role, so you're playing a role right now. You can lead by example. So queen, I'm going to ask you right now, I'm going to need you to be a queen. And king, right now, I'm going to ask you, I'm going to need you to step fully into a king. So I want you to step into it, and I want you to zip it up, and I want you to try it on and see what that feels like. Now, I know that that feels superior to how you felt before you decided to step into that. And if there's any lingering energies of fear of like, oh, but what about this and what about that? These people aren't going to like it. I can't fully be myself. Well, I got to tell you, man, sometimes we got to clean house. Sometimes you got to cut it out. Sometimes you got to get rid of the people that aren't going to support you, because they're just part of the path. They're lessons. And yes, we love them. We love all the people. But we really need to say yes to ourselves, so that we can stand in our power, so that we can shine the light that it is that we are. Because we're here to create heaven on earth. We're here to create heaven on earth, my dear ones. And by powerfully being who it is that you are, we can do this. Now, sometimes the reason why we wouldn't do this is because we feel like we need to be underneath other people to be humble. But what we don't understand, and what most of us don't understand, is that every girl born and every boy born is a king and a queen in their own right. Whether they claim that or not is their own choice. They're choosing. But in the world that I'm creating, every little baby that's born is born with a crown on their head, because they already are the king, they already are the queen. of their own world, of their own reality. And everyone who's in that world is totally equal, and they're powerful, and they're magical, and they're wonderful. And they help other people because queens have lots to give. And they have no reason not to, because they are secure within themselves, and so they have a good, kind heart that just gives and helps people. It doesn't mean that they're some kind of harsh person because they're a queen. No, they're not. A true queen who is really a true queen leads with love, just like her king does. So I'm going to ask you all here now, one more time, step into that body, step into that soul, step into that nature of who it is that you truly are, queen and king. Step into it, zip it on, and now I want you to see what this looks like in your life. Try it out, test it out. What does it look like? Notice how you're powerful and you're strong, but you're gentle with people. You're very giving, and you keep on giving, and you keep on receiving, and you have so much to give. And you have no fear about giving because you know that you will be receiving, and the more that you're giving, the more you're receiving back. And you have no fear about seeing someone else as an equal because you feel so good and so confident within yourself that there's no feeling of lack or inferiority or superiority. There's a feeling of equality and harmony. It is harmonious. There's a feeling of unity with you and all people. And it is in this way that we provide for the earth. I want you to imagine the gardens are just filled with fruits and vegetables. There's so much food for people. There's so much to give, and everyone is smiling and happy, and there's music, and there's joy, and there's peace, and there's contentment. And it's because no one is running around with a belief or a fear of insecurity, because they are provided for, because they are standing in their power. So I'm going to ask you to powerfully stand in your power today. Thank you for tuning in. I love you so much. Take care. You guys are just so wonderful. Thank you for being here. Love you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.